gentlemen, please provide a warm welcome for your Planet Primus Tournament MC, Mr. Tony Roberts!
Good morning, Columbus! I said good morning, Columbus! All right, you're way up there. There's a bit of a delay in the cheers, but that's okay. Welcome, welcome to the 2019 First Robotics Competition and this year's challenge, Destination Deep Space, presented by the Boeing Company. This year is an exciting celebration of the 50th anniversary of the lunar exploration. And as you all know, FIRST is all about trying to make the world a better place. Now, just like the space race of 50 years ago, FIRST is this exciting combination of resources and information and technology and mentorship, all working together to achieve something great. And I'm so excited about seeing that same dynamic in all of you, and to think what you will accomplish over the next 50 years. You all are the next generation that are going to guide us in the world to the next chapter on Earth and beyond here on Planet Primus. Now, before we get to the game, let's hear from FIRST founder Dean Kamen and Distinguished Advisor Woody Flowers, along with FIRST President Don Bosey.
Welcome to Destination Deep Space, presented by the Boeing Company. It's almost time to blast off.
Working with your partners in deep space, you're going to make this another graciously professional event.
FIRST works due to all of your mentors, teachers, parents, sponsors, suppliers, and our terrific event volunteers, including many FIRST alumni.
They've led the way with their dedication, leadership, and talents, so be sure to thank them all for helping you on this fantastic journey.
You continue to impress with your creative design, your teamwork, and your resolve to help FIRST make this a better world.
So a big thanks from FIRST to you.
You really are out of this world.
Continue to think big while having the hardest fun you'll ever have.
And good luck to all. It's time for Destination Deep Space.
All right. Thank you, Dean, Woody, and Don. Now, let's give it up one more time to the Boeing Company for their season-long sponsorship. Give it up for them. Now, let's see, who do we have out there in the stands? I believe that we have teams from all over the great state of Georgia, including some veteran teams. Let me hear you out there, veterans, this morning. All right, but I believe we also have some rookies out there. Let me hear you, rookies. All right, welcome. We're excited to see the competition. Before we get to the matches, I'd like to introduce our first speaker. They're here to welcome you on behalf of the Muskogee County School District. Please give a warm welcome to the Superintendent of Education, Dr. David Lewis.
Good morning. Welcome to all of our teams from around the state. We're so glad to have you here. On behalf of our 9-member Board of Education, I want to welcome you, and I also want to take the opportunity to welcome you on behalf of CSU, who is allowing us to host this wonderful competition here in this venue. Give them a round of applause. Thank you, CSU. We are so proud to be able to have this venue available to us, and I'm really excited about the competition today. I particularly want to commend our schools here in Muskogee County for sending over 250 kids here to be a part of this whole thing today. So congratulations to all of them. Thank you for being here. You all are the future. We are so excited to be able to host this event and share in that sponsorship. But I also want to tell you that we are excited about being this year designated as a FIRST district, and we're really proud of that in Muskogee County. And if your district is not on that trek, I hope that you'll challenge them to do that. But right now, I want to wish all of you the very best of luck, all of your teams in competition today. It's going to be an exciting day. We can't wait to see more about it today. Congratulations and good luck to all of our teams.
Thank you. Now, this competition is only possible with the support of our local businesses. So representing one of the sponsors here, please welcome from AFLAC, Mr. Wassel Lewis, Vice President of Strategic Sourcing and Procurement.
Hey, good morning, everyone. How y'all doing? All right, welcome to Columbus, Georgia, and the beautiful campus of Columbus State University, hosting your Georgia First Robotics Peachtree District qualifier. Let's give a round of applause for Executive Director of Georgia First, Connie Haynes, and Allison, and the many volunteers that have worked tirelessly to put on this event and others around the state. It's an absolute pleasure to greet you today in an atmosphere filled with anticipation and excitement. As mentioned, my name is Wassel Lewis, Vice President of Aflac Sourcing and Procurement Practice, which basically is a fancy way of saying I save the company a lot of money. Aflac was founded in 1955, and many of you have seen our duck via commercials and ads that we run. However, what you may not know is several years ago, we created an animatronic or robotic duck toy to help children fighting pediatric cancer. We call it My Special Aflac Duck. This animatronic duck has a range of emotional and play capabilities that help us entertain and comfort sick children as they receive their chemo treatments. This Aflac animatronic duck is paired with a mixed reality app which plays soothing music and nature sounds and simulates heartbeats and breathing, all of which has a notable calming effect on children who feel frightened by hospitals and treatment. This inspirational duck reminds me of the potential each of you has to create something life-changing through robotics, whether technical or on the business side. What impresses me about each of you is the level of dedication, creativity, and passion you bring to robotics. This is why Aflac supports programs like Georgia First and seeks individuals with the same spirit of creativity to join our workforce. I'm proud of everyone in this room, no matter what the outcome this weekend. Finally, I would like to encourage you to never stop dreaming, never stop creating, and never give up in all that you do. Best of luck to all the teams competing this weekend. However, I would be remiss if I didn't give a big shout out to Team 4188, Coach Richardson and my son Andrew, and the many mentors that assist in making this happen for our young adults. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you. Please join me in welcoming to the field, representing one of our incredible sponsors, Synovus, Ms. Mary Hooper, Director of Information Technology.
Good morning. I would flip over, but I didn't wear the right clothing. Good morning. I'm Mary Hooper, and I'm Director of Digital and Innovation Strategy for Synovus, and we are very, very proud to participate this weekend in this really awesome event. You know, I wasn't always a part of Synovus, and I wasn't always a Director of Digital Strategy. No, I toured in musical theater. Yeah, let's hear it, musical theater. In fact, I majored in drama. Dun, dun, dun. I minored in something even more hopeless, opera. It's true. I picked not one, but 2 degrees that have recently been placed on the 10 most useless degrees in collegiate history. That's me, Director of Digital Innovation. So parents, fear not when your children come home and they say, hey mom, I want a degree in philosophy or religious studies or one of the degrees on that list. Don't look at them and say, what? Have you lost your mind? No, they too can emerge from the basements of your home and make you proud. They can have a financially viable option for their future. Because you can be the power of the idea. You're the power of that creativity. You're the power of making. I work for a company, Craig, we work for a company that was based on that idea. You know, there wasn't always Venmo. There was cash at one point. And about 100 years ago, a lady put that cash in her hymn, and it got caught in a mill machine. because she had nowhere to keep that money safe. And at that moment, the owner of that mill, he had a powerful idea. It was powerful creativity. And he founded the bank that you now know as Synovus. That creativity and that power of making is all over us today. Fast forward to the 1970s, because this isn't my first rodeo with a robot show. I used to watch the Jetsons. Are you familiar? Give it up for Rosie, the vacuum cleaning robot. Or Danger Will Robinson, Lost in Space. All of that stuff, we loved it. And we dreamed big dreams, your mom, your dad, your grandparents, but we never thought that in 6 short weeks, you guys would lasso the power of making as eloquently as you have. Give yourselves a hand for what you do. Go be amazing, and good luck.
Thank you. Now, this great event would not be possible if it's not for the local community and business support that we have. So please give a warm welcome to the Associate Director of Engineering for Pratt & Whitney Columbus Engine Center. That is Mr. Andrew Greenwald.
Thank you, Tony. Good morning, everyone. I'm delighted to be here on behalf of Pratt & Whitney and our parent company, United Technologies Corporation. At Pratt & Whitney, we are focused on innovation and performance. It's how we develop, manufacture, and maintain the world's best and most advanced aircraft engines, including right here in Columbus, Georgia. If you've ever been on a commercial flight, there's a very good chance our engines helped get you there safe and sound. UTC makes the most dependable engines on the planet, and the skills and work ethic you're learning here in FIRST will make you some of the most sought after and dependable leaders and problem solvers that are desperately needed. Through community programs and partnerships, we seek to inspire the next generation of engineers and leaders, scientists, and manufacturers. Our partnership with FIRST is an example of one of those programs, and I hope all of you in this room will become part of the next generation of STEM leaders. 2019 marks UTC's 25th consecutive year of sponsoring FIRST, both nationally and internationally. 260 teams across the US, Canada, Brazil, Mexico. And since 1995, UTC has donated $10 million to FIRST, reaching more than 50,000 students. So this is an investment clearly worth making. There you go. I'm proud to say that this also includes our FIRST Robotics right here in Columbus, Georgia. As a sponsor of this event and through our employees' mentorship of the Columbus Space Program, FIRST Robotics Competition Team 4188 in the house. Very good over there, very good. I'm excited to see you all here in celebration of this year's theme, Destination Deep Space. We look forward to seeing you lift off and watching your technical skills soar. Every one of you here has the ability to go pro in one of these STEM areas. I know all of you in this room embody FIRST's values of gracious professionalism and cooperation. There we go. Because you made it this far, and may you keep them in mind over the next couple of days. I encourage you to take your future into your own hands and your own technical destiny. We believe we have a brighter, better, and safer future and tomorrow because of it. To the parents, coaches, mentors, and supporters, thank you for all that you do. I know this has been a tremendous effort on your part. I commend you for your valiant efforts to make a difference for these young people. I can assure you your efforts are not in vain. Lastly, to the teams competing, I wish you all well. May you compete with gracious professionalism. I hope you dominate the switches and scale in the teleop. Good luck to all of you. May the games begin.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tony.
Representing another company that allows us to host this great event each year in Columbus, please welcome Ms. Patty Watson, the Chief Information Officer from TSYS.
Well, hello, everybody. How are y'all doing this morning? It is an honor to be here today, and we're so excited about this competition. I'm from TSYS, and many of you, I think, in the stands know who we are because we are passionate about technology. It is our business. How many of you up there have interacted or come to TSYS in the last couple of years through the TSYS Education Council or interacted with a team member from TSYS? Excellent. We are passionate about technology. That's why we go out into the schools here in the local area. We interface with 27 middle school and high schools talking about technology and about TSYS because you are the future of our company. We are so excited to be a sponsor of robotics because all of you that are competing are learning valuable skills that will help you become part of companies just like TSYS. It's not just learning about technology, it's about leadership. It's about learning to work in a team environment and learning new skills in technology. So we are so excited to be part of this, and we wish you all that are competing the best of luck in today's competition.
Thank you. Now, another familiar sponsor to Georgia First, please welcome, representing that team that gives us our wonderful machine shop and so much more, from Georgia Power, Mr. Robert Watkins, Regional External Affairs Manager.
Thank you, thank you. I want to welcome everyone to Columbus, Georgia, and congratulate you on being here. I know you've done a lot to get here. On behalf of Georgia Power Company, I want to welcome you as well. Georgia Power Company is a STEM company. We build power plants, we build distribution systems. Sometimes we have to rebuild the distribution system, and we need people like you to do that. I hope some of you will consider coming to work for us one day. We feel like that STEM STEM industry provides people with very good opportunity to do something that you like to do something that makes you a lot of money, and something that you'll be happy doing. At Georgia Power, we're looking for employees that will grow as our company grows, who are team players, who make good decisions, and most of all have unquestionable trust. That's the kind of thing that this competition teaches, and that's why we support it. I applaud you again for what you've done to get here. You've taken a step today in moving Georgia forward. We have some employees that are working the machine shop and the small parts. I hope you guys will go see them, get some advice, get your extra parts if you need them. But ladies and gentlemen, let's compete.
All right, thank you. Okay. All right, now we're going to meet some different groups of volunteers that will be wandering around throughout the competition. First of all, the judges in our blue shirts here down in front. Everyone say good morning to the judges. We're going to meet them. Our judge advisor is going to come out here and tell you all about them. That's Ron Pleasant, the Chief Information Officer from Muskogee County School District. Welcome.
Good morning. Good morning. There you go. That's a little bit better. Okay, so we've assembled the finest team of judges the world has to offer for you today and tomorrow. And I want to introduce you to them right now. Brian Haynes,
the Senior Technical Director from the Kimberly-Clark Corporation.
Daniel Miller,
ITSH Service Lead at Aflac.
Patrick Knopf,
Director, RSS, Muskogee County School District.
Rachel Lorenz,
Production Chief, Pratt & Whitney.
Rob Collins,
Founder and CEO of Neos Technologies.
Chris Tapley,
IT Executive with Synovus.
Beth Lester,
Academic Dean, Muskogee County School District.
Sue Miller,
Product Owner, Mag Mutual Insurance.
Brian Prokes,
Executive Director, Johnson STEM Activity.
Jeffrey Bagot.
Chief Solutions Officer, VirtueCom Incorporated.
Craig McGibbon.
Chief of Application Development and Support from Synovus.
Sean Harris.
Tank Master Gunner, U.S. Army, MCOE, Fort Benning.
Matt Shannon.
Partner, VibeTech.
Tom Cleveland.
Executive Director, Columbia State University and Coca-Cola Science Center.
Oh, I'm sorry, that was Sean Cruzen, my mistake. Sean, would you stand up? He's the director of Coca-Cola Space Science Center. Now we'll do Tom Cleveland.
He's a board member for Forsyth County School District Board of Education.
Jason Beaver.
Manager of Professional Services, Neos Technologies.
Keith Warren.
Professional engineer, he's self-employed.
Lavi Zamstein.
Professor, Columbia State University, Columbus State University.
Frank Brasky.
Combat Robotics Developer, U.S. Army Futures Command.
Jeanette Ammerman.
Manager, River City Contracting.
Duana Crawford.
Mom and Mama, retired from Kimberly-Clark.
And me, I'm your judge advisor, Ron Pleasant.
He's the CIO from Muskogee County School District.
All right, thank you, judges. As you heard, all of these people work for companies that you may want to work for in the future. So when they're coming around and talking to you about your robot, maybe ask them about their job too. Now, another group of volunteers you'll meet down here on the field, their job is to make sure that the game is played within the rules, that you're all remembering your gracious professionalism while you compete like crazy. Remember, their rulings are final and there are no video reviews. So please welcome, of course, your referees led by head referee Mr. Greg Welsh from Verizon.
All right, I'm going to use my outside voice.
Blue mic.
Hello. There we go. Welcome, Columbus. Good to see y'all today. Let me introduce your ref crew. Bert Adams, Jacob Woods, Matt Newcomb, Raj Thomas, and Grant Champagne. Look forward to seeing y'all out on the field today. Thank you very much.
All right, now, along with fair play, you all know that safety is an important part of FIRST. We want you to have fun, but be safe at the same time. So this weekend, we have some great safety advisors, led by our lead safety advisor, Jesse Weisbrod from UL, and following him, our other safety advisors, Danny Beeler from UL and Charlotte Matthews from Kodak. And congratulations to Team 5348, Charger Robotics from Cocoto, Minnesota, for their terrific award-winning safety animation. Let's check it out.
There's always a lot to do before a rocket launch, but safety should always be the #1 priority. Always get plenty of sleep. It's important to stay awake and play it safe. Protect your eyes, hands, and feet with the proper attire. Keep your hair tied back and no loose clothes. Always make sure to secure parts before cutting. In case of emergencies, read up on your team's safety procedures, and always power down the robot before working on it. With all the proper precautions taken and the work done, we're ready to blast off.
And speaking of safety, remember, we want to have a safety plan here this weekend. So mentors and coaches, communicate that plan to your team, including where to meet in the case of an emergency. Note the local exits here in the field area and up in the stands. And remember, in the case of an emergency, to listen to announcements both in the field area and in the pits, all right? Now, in FIRST, you guys learn a lot, right? First of all, how to build a robot. Number one, probably obvious, right? But you learn more than that. It's not just the engineering skills and the computer programming and the driving with the joystick skills. You guys learn a whole lot more, and I hope you realize that. All of the other skills you pick up, like the personal skills and the time management and business skills, and the ability to act cool under pressure. Now, you know who does realize that you've picked up these skills is educators and companies. Now, you know that nearly 200 colleges and universities make available over $80 million in scholarships to you as FIRST participants or alumni because they recognize these skills. And additionally, companies recognize this and they want to hire you as interns or as employees eventually. So let's hear a little bit more about the impact of FIRST after high school. All right, and you can always learn more about those programs at the welcome area out here at the event today as well. Now, at FIRST, we have one award that recognizes individuals instead of the whole team. That's the Dean List Award. So right now, before we start the competition, I would like to ask all of our Dean's List semifinalists that have been nominated to stand up and be recognized by their team. So if you've been nominated by your team to be a Dean's List semifinalist, let's hear it for you. Thank you for being such terrific leaders on your team. Now, additionally, mentors and coaches, you are critical to the FIRST experience. You're part of the million-strong support group that these students have all around the world to help them realize their dreams and to reach for the stars. Here's something new for you. We know that many of you might be mentoring other FIRST teams in the FIRST progression of programs, whether that's FIRST LEGO League Junior, FIRST LEGO League, or the FIRST Tech Challenge. So if you're helping out with some of those other teams, with FLL or FTC, there's a new program called Jumpstart, which helps you to prepare for your first competitive season by giving you additional 4 months of robot building and coding practice. You can help the FIRST community grow by participating in this or signing up yourself. Registration for Jumpstart is open through April 15th. And once again, teams, I want you to give it up for your mentors and coaches for all that they do for you. Let's hear it for mentors and coaches. Remember that FIRST will meet you wherever you are, whatever your age or ability. There's a FIRST team in the FIRST progression of programs for you. Now, it is almost time to get to the action here on Planet Primus. But before we do that, ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the presentation of our colors this morning, presented by the Hardaway High School Junior ROTC Color Guard, and the singing of our national anthem performed by members of the Hardaway High School Choir under the direction of Miss Tamika Dunn.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous
It's time to head to Planet Primus. Teams, come out, power on your robots for match number 1. Let's get ready to go. And welcome the other voices you'll hear this weekend down on the field. First of all, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Roy McConnell.
Woo! Good morning, Columbus!
And joining the bench for our game announcers, we also have Mr. Anupam Goli.